hectic day. I'm back once more. Hope everybody's having a positive, prosperous, productive, and powerful day today. My name is Universe, and I am your source for today's video. So we're going to be talking about 2025 and the voice of wisdom. So we're going to hop straight into this. Now, what I mean by the voice of wisdom is something that's very familiar with everybody on planet Earth. Meaning, like a lot of women, they say my intuition. You know what I'm saying? The fellas, we say something like, oh, my gut feeling. It's more important now than ever for everybody to listen to that voice of wisdom, aka the voice of Solomon, which he was a very, very, very wise king. So, that's what we're going to call it, the voice of wisdom, aka the voice of Solomon. You have to listen to your wise self, listen to that inside voice. I mean, I'm pretty sure we all have plenty of stories and times where we woulda, shoulda, coulda listened to ourselves, or we know damn well we had no business doing X, Y, Z, but we still went on ahead and did it anyway. Since we in a new earth and it's a new paradigm, this is a whole different new realm now. The energy is different. It's more important now than ever that we really got to tap in with the voice of Solomon, King Solomon. Because now, since we coming into this quote unquote new age of information, a lot more people, we know better. You know what they say, if you knew better, you'll do better. A lot of us, we know better now. So it can't be a situation where what we was getting away with in 2024, 23, and 2020, 2017. Oh, I didn't know. Oh, we know now. You can feel it in the air, the energy. And I feel like now, since time is really, really speeding up, even though we all know time is really not real, but for the sake of this conversation, since we know that time is speeding up, I feel like when you're going through your karmatic stages, or when, it comes full circle back around 360, when you get your 360, it's not going to take a long time. We're in a time now where it's going to come back fast, as they say, the speed of light. Or, depending on what's going on, it might come at the speed of darkness, which is faster than the speed of light. But we have to start tapping and being in tune with the source, which is you. You are the source. You are the universe. You're the sun. You're the moon. You're the center of all this. You literally are one with King Solomon's voice. So you really have to start taking heed to that, because now what I'm noticing, when you get greedy, when you get hard-headed, or when you do something you have no business doing, it seems as now the consequences are far greater. They're more harsh, and they come in faster, because we basically out of the elementary phase of planet Earth. There's no more slaps on the wrist. Now there's stab on the leg. So now you're going to have to sit down. It might take you a little longer to heal and, to regroup. You got to understand, planet Earth is a female planet, but it has male planet, principalities that I feel like now is really being enforced. Meaning things are more structured now. There's no more hoping and wishing and praying. You literally, whatever you put in, that's what you get out. There's no help. Nobody's coming to save you. And that's what the voice of King Solomon is telling you. Your inner voice, your intuition, your gut feeling. If you know you only got $250 and you need to make that stretch, and you don't get paid for another 2 weeks, why go out with your friends? Why for the next 3-4 days you go out and get some fast food, damn well you should have went on ahead and just got some groceries, spent about $100 or $200, however much, on groceries, and kept the rest. Put gas in your car, whatever you had to do. This is not the time for anybody to just be playing with time, because time waits for no man. So we really have to tap in and be one with the voice of King Solomon in this new earth, this 2025. And I've been seeing it for myself. People around me, the stuff that they was doing and they was kind of getting away with, and you know what I'm saying, they could just half-ass and, okay, well, I could put 70% in, or I could put 60% in, or whatever the case might be, and still be good. Those days are over with. You know what I'm saying? They can no longer do that. So, hold on, you gotta excuse me. I'm kind of driving right now. The traffic is a little crazy, honestly. But back to the topic at hand. We really have to lock in. We have to be one with ourselves. If you one of those people that fold on a peer pressure fast, what you should do is get off social media. Deactivate Instagram, deactivate Facebook, Twitter, whatever you need to do to lock in and do what you got to do. Because the voice of King Solomon has already told you. And honestly, the way that a lot of people are coming into 2025, which we really know the real true new year is around the springtime, but for the Gregorian calendar and for this conversation, coming into 2025, how the way your mindset, your diet, your energy, your thoughts, the goals that you are consistently working towards, not the goals that you tell yourself that you want to achieve, but the goals that you actually physically putting stuff, putting in the work, and you figuring out, and you really trying, going through trial and error, you're really going to be reaping, the fruits of your labor and so you have to understand that as well. Overflow. What they used to say in church, my cup runneth over. I'm telling you, man, and it's going to come fast. And I'm speaking from experience. A lot of stuff that I just been, in the Dragon's Cave with, just figuring it out, finding my way through the dark, without seeing any light at the end of the tunnel. But guess what? I still did what I had to do. And everything just came, the benefits just start coming all at one time, so going through stuff like that, it makes you really appreciate and respect the process. Because when you're going through the process, it's not going to be fast, it's going to be uncomfortable. Yes, it's going to be tedious, but once you get to the point where you pass, the dark stages, and you can walk upright, it's gonna be so worth it. It's gonna build character, But the only way that's gonna really happen in record time is if you listen to the voice of King Solomon, the inner voice. You gotta cut yourself time, because really time is something that none of us really has. Man, I'm 33 now. I turned 33 in October. Just last week, I feel like I was like 25. Time really flies. So if you're around those type of people that's been talking about doing the same thing for the past 5-6 years or whatever, 3-4 years, and they're not making no progress, man, you need to cut them off, because their energy eventually is gonna sneak its way into your energy sphere, and you don't want that rubbing off on you. Then you're gonna get lazy. Then you're gonna slow down. And in 2025, man, things are speeding up. Everything's speeding up, the good and the bad. The karma speeding up. The blessings, as some people like to call it, is speeding up. Everything is speeding up. The cause and effect cycle, it has sped up. So you got to really be in tune with this. I'm pretty sure these past couple months of 2024, a lot of people kind of getting that, okay, it's now I never fail. Or, I really need to start putting this together. Or I really need to start looking into this. I'm pretty sure a lot of people been getting some type of inkling, like, I need a better job, or I really need to put my all into starting this business. I just need to get out here and just try this shit. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people been trying to find new ways, get into content creation, social media, side hustles is what they call it. Whatever the case might be. Let me try for this new position. Let me become a manager, a supervisor, a lead, or whatever the case might be. Everybody's hungry for more in life. So that's the voice of King Solomon telling you your action has to match your hunger. You can't let your eyes and your stomach be bigger than your drive and your grind. A lot of people, they want to call themselves light workers and all this stuff, but they really not, meditating as much as they supposed to. They not eating as clean as they supposed to. You understand what I'm saying? They not, going X amount of time without sex like how they supposed to, so they could build up a strong vessel, just so they can connect with the spiritual realm. Because you might have been dealing with a Jezebel or incubus or a succubus. So now when you meditate and you trying to build from within, your inner self is weak because you just been spitting yourself out, your spirit, your soul out over and over and over. Or they could be pulling energy from you, and now you don't have enough to manifest into what you trying to get done. So, I just wanted to, drop this quick video, about the voice of King Solomon. This was on my mind, so I felt like I needed to put it out there in the universe so you can know once you start hearing that voice, or you get that gut feeling, or you get that intuition thinking, then okay, this I need to stick to. This is what I need to do, because that don't come with emotions. You know what I'm saying? It don't come with anything physical. It comes with, it's just pure, it's natural. It's like, it's what it's supposed to be. You know what I'm saying? So, and another thing that I do want to add is that, the stomach, it's a brain as well. You understand what I'm saying? So when they be like, oh, I had a gut feeling, or my intuition, or whatever the case might be, yeah, that's a brain. That's another brain as well. That's another way of thinking. So you gotta remember that as well. You don't have just one brain. You have two. Just like me, and we don't have just two heads. You got what they say, don't let your little head think bigger than your big head, or think more than your big head. You understand what I'm saying? So we gotta really start using our abilities in our bodies to its full potential. And one of the ways you can do that is start listening to the King Solomon's voice, the voice of wisdom, because it's not going to guide you wrong. Every time I didn't listen to that voice, I ended up regretting it sooner than later, or it ended up putting me in a tight situation where I could have, should have, would have did A, B, and C, and it caused me time, and we don't have time. But, I'm just going to go ahead and end it on that note. I hope everybody stay powerful. Peace.